Hello, everyone. I just wanted to come here and talk about the few things, or one of the most important things that people go through and struggle with when they are going through this healing journey. When they decide that I'm going to take steps towards self growth, towards self development, to operate from love, to operate from faith instead of fear, instead of anger, instead of guilt, instead of shame, people will really test your patience. And that is, I feel like, the greatest struggle. Like, little things honestly trigger me. I am gonna be honest about it. Little things trigger me, like this one thing. I am a college student, right, and I work on campus. Because as an international student, I cannot really work off campus. I had decided to take on this coverage meeting, and then this other person had already agreed to cover for the meeting, and I still showed up, right? And like, instead of this other person who decided to take on the meeting, instead of ignoring it, he like sent me an email, and he was like, oh, you should double check the next time you decide to take on a coverage meeting with the person who sent out the coverage meeting. And that triggered me so much. Like, it was such a trigger for me, and I had the urge to respond from anger. And I would have said things that, this you have been in this situation before, and I didn't react the way that you did. And I really had started typing out the text that would have expressed a lot of anger, a lot of resentment. But then I was like, wait, this is not who we are. This is not who we choose to be. Like, I know you have this urge to respond from anger. I know that you want to tell this person to not do this in future. And instead of that, why don't we journal about it? Why don't we journal about, where is this emotion coming from? Where is this anger coming from? Why am I feeling this way? When did I feel this way the first time? Does it have something to do with the way that my parents have treated me in the past? Does it come from a place that I have been treated in the past by boys? Or is it something that comes from a place that I have been treated by my friends in the past? Or was it my inner child wound? Like, where is this wound? Like, instead of reacting, I was like, this is not who we want to be. This is not where we want to get. Everything that shows up into your life does not happen to you, but for you. And you gotta understand that. Once you look at things from that perspective, from that lens, then you will start to take an inventory. Like, then you start to introspect, and then you start to take responsibility for your actions. That, the thing that triggers you about the other person does not have to do with the other person, but it has to do something with yourself. It's an inner wound that you need to heal. It doesn't have to do with the other person. It has something to do with you, because if it wasn't a trigger for you, if it was a healed wound, if it was something settling, then it would not have triggered a response within you. And so you have to be mindful about, again, two things come in this, that is to like really introspect as to, why is this happening for me, and what is this trying to teach me, and where does this come from, right? You can ask these three questions. And the second thing is to, how can you react from a place of love instead of place of anger, instead of the place of fear, because we are trying to get at a place where we react from love and not from fear and not from anger, right? That is our journey. That is something that we do that we want to do for our mental peace, for our inner peace, right? And that is not something, it will benefit other people too, but it will benefit you too, right? And more than the other person, it will benefit you. It is for yourself, so that is what I want to put out today, is that whenever you feel triggered by something or someone, you might want to take an inventory as to why is this happening to me. What is it trying to teach me? Like when you look at your wounds from that place, from the place of curiosity, they will stop bothering you. Yeah, that's all that I have to say today. And I hope you have a good day. Bye.